You may be seated. I want to appreciate the visionary, the angel of the house, and the First Lady, and the great pastors and ministers that support this vision. He's my brother. I'm home. There's no way and there's nowhere, there's no occasion that I pass through this city I will not stop by. If I can't find him in the office, I go to the house or I come to worship, and I count it a privilege that I would stand before you. In my introductory remarks, let me say that the complexity of being a worker is that you will always lead and bleed. You will always lead and bleed. You will always lead and bleed. God will not raise up a man who will not, or who has not, or who has never encountered a place of wounding and hurting. It is in the place of squeezing and wounding and hurting that ministry is born. No leader is just, put up Hebrews chapter 5, verse 1 to 5. No leader is just raised up. For every high priest taken from among men is ordained for men. Every high priest, not low priest, not ordinary priest, a high priest is taken, notice the word taken, from among men and is ordained for men. It's not an angel. God does not make angels leaders. God does not make spirits leaders. God makes men leaders of men. The first day you walked into this church as a worker, as a visitor or guest, God had already ordained you to be a leader. The first time you got saved, because some of us got saved several times. Yes, I got so much saved that the pastor tapped me on the shoulder. I surrender all. I would just come and cry. So after a while, I said, young man, you are saved. It's enough. Don't come to this altar again. Because I was the least likely. I was the first to get saved in my clan. First to go to university. First to own several cars, first to go to America, first, and first to be marked for destruction by the devil. And so my leading and bleeding journey started early. I remember when I was 9 years old, a man walked into my bedroom and began to talk to me about my life, and I screamed. So he left. No, I ran out of the room, and they said, oh, he has a fever. He's not well. Get a towel, dip it in cold water, put on. He has fever. He's seeing spirits. He has fever. And that man that came in to speak to me came back when it was time to go into ministry. This is 20 years I've been in full-time ministry. 20 years. A pastor knows my testimony. I got married. It took 15 years. And in 2014, last year, August, God gave us 2 boys. If you want to clap, clap for Jesus. He deserves it. So I'm speaking to you out of my experience. I've preached everywhere you can imagine. I've gone to the nations. I've seen, like the pastor was saying, all kinds of things. But I was preaching to others, dedicating babies, miracles, signs, wonders, healings, nations, everywhere. Yet, I will get home, my wife and I, to an empty house. I would, oh, you will have twins. They would have. God gave me a gift that I would name the baby before the husband and wife even meet. I will go home bleeding, and I'm the leader. And I know I'm speaking to you. Sang in the choir. You sang at other people's weddings. But you go home bleeding. Some of the pastors, you've laid hands on other people's children, other people's cars, other people's houses, but you go home bleeding. You wear the nice smile, you look good, Gucci, Armani, Versace, but you go home bleeding. There's a humanity to leadership that is contradictory to divinity. There's a complexity, there's a war, there's a conflict, there's a mutual hatred, there's a dislike, there's a dysfunctionality to leaders. What are you saying, Pastor? I know you're a journalist. Yes. A leader is not perfect. No matter who you are, you will struggle in one area or the other. There's every true leader, not these fake people. True leaders, at the end of the day, when everything is done, and you're quiet all by yourself, you will just hiss. Because words cannot express the desperation, the loneliness, the pain, the waiting, the frustration, the wondering, God, what is happening? I've helped others, and now I'm lacking help. I've prayed for others. Folks, there are many pastors who were in this town before your pastor came to this town. Many. But they are not anywhere near where this man is. And may never, ever be near where God was speaking to me. Say, you ain't seen nothing. When you were dancing, God said, tell him, you ain't seen nothing yet. Touch 3 people. Tell them you ain't seen nothing yet. Touch them. Let them hear you. Preach to them. You ain't seen nothing yet.